Well, for more on the story, we're joined by Fredericks from the Public Servants Association. Thanks for your time tonight, Ivan. Firstly, in terms of the industrial action, there is a sense that you will be somewhat backtracking on the scale of the protests. What will it look like from now going on?
Good evening, and good evening to our viewers. Now, the PSA called a strike, which commenced today with in some city centres like Durban, Cape Town, and picketing all over the country. But in the meantime, while that was going on, we were in a meeting with the Minister of Social Development, Ms. Susan Sabangu, which resulted in a temporary abeyance of the current industrial action by members of the PSA that is employed by Sassa. So, as you were aware, we embarked on a protected action, but I must say that the meeting of this morning I will regard as very fruitful, as we advise the Minister of where Sassa fits in when it comes to their negotiations, salaries and service conditions. I believe that the Minister was under the impression that they also falls under the ambit of the PSABC. And after showing proof and legal documents with regard to this situation, she fully understands now that the agreement signed for public service is not applicable to the workers of Sassa.
So in terms of the strike then, Ivan, have you completely called it off, or are you waiting for that meeting which you will be holding, I think the follow-up meeting on the 14th of June, before you do that?
Yes, what happened is that the Minister committed herself to go back to her colleagues, Treasury, Minister of Finance, and of course the principals, in order to explain what we have advised her today about. Where does Sassa fit in, and our demands that has been placed on the table since February 2018 has never received any attention yet. And we are very thankful that we will be coming together again on Thursday, the 14th of June, where after the discussions there, and if we reach amicable solutions, to at least start talking and negotiate about our salary demands, that after that we'll decide what is the way forward with regard to the industrial action. So
as it stands, what is the status of your industrial action with Sassa or against Sassa?
Sorry, can you just repeat the question?
What is the status of the strike, Ivan? Is it still on, or is it off, or are you on a go slow?
Well, the status of the industrial action for now is picketing during lunch times, before and maybe after work, which means that service will still be rendered during the course of today, tomorrow, and during the course of Wednesday. We do not want to withhold our services at this moment, as I believe it will be in bad faith. While the Minister is listening to us, giving us an ear, understanding, and also acting on the advice that we have given her, that we go on a full-blown strike. We've put it on hold for a while, but still keeping an awareness by picketing all over the country. And after Thursday morning, 9 o'clock meeting, we will then decide what is the way forward, whether these things will spiral into a more intense industrial action in the country.
Well, your strike also reflects the fact that you're placing quite a bit of trust in the Minister, and you've said that the Minister's favourable consideration of your position as a union. When you speak about that favourable consideration, what exactly does it entail? Does it mean that she's open to discussing the wage negotiation that you're asking for, or is it merely about whether or not the public servants' wage agreement covers Sassa workers?
Well, I think that the Minister understood what we're trying to say, that the PSA, firm and progressive in the action when it comes to the rights, the privileges, the wages and the service conditions of the members, are always willing to talk and to negotiate and find an amicable solution. That is where we are. And of course, I believe and trust that what the Minister shared with us today and what we shared with her, that she now fully understand that Sassa does not fall under the PSABC, that Sassa has a different chamber in which to negotiate. I think that if she were advised at the beginning of her career as a minister, this matter might have been resolved a long time ago. But it was very clear that that we enlighten her and advise her where Sassa fits in. And I believe that I put my trust in the human spirit, that we all agreed that the people that will suffer is pensioners, and it is the people that receive a grant from Sassa. They have no one to represent them. And as a responsible union, I really hope that we will, with the Minister and her team, start talking about the demands that our workers also have put on the table. So, as you are well aware that we are a union, and we are not aligned to any political party, and we are the majority union in Sassa. So we really need to step up on behalf of our members.
So Ivan, just before I let you go, to clarify that even though you will continue with your lunchtime pickets, no Sassa officials are on strike in terms of the kind of services that they provide to the agency.
The word that I would like to use is that we have put it in abeyance. They will be picketing to create awareness of the plight of the worker. So they will be picketing across the country. We have put it on abeyance not to go on a full-blown strike from tomorrow onwards or Wednesday. And I believe on Thursday, if the resolution and the discussion is not favorable, then we have to mandate our members for the way forward. And that might spiral into industrial action that will not be good for those people that we are serving.